Good morning, student. So today I will teach you about the potassium dichromate in the class 12th chemistry. Potassium dichromate, K2Cr2O7. In this topic I will teach you preparation of potassium dichromate, properties of potassium dichromate, and the uses of potassium dichromate. So first of all, preparation of K2Cr2O7. Potassium dichromate can be prepared from the chromite ore. Chromite, that is FeCr2O4. Chromite ore. First of all, chromite ore is heated with sodium carbonate and oxygen. So on heating chromite ore with sodium carbonate and oxygen, we get sodium chromate. What will be the reaction? See here, FeCr2O4 plus Na2CO3 plus O2, it gives Na2Cr O4, this is sodium chromate, plus Fe2O3 plus CO2. This is the first reaction. When chromite ore is heated with sodium carbonate, we get sodium chromate. First of all, we have to balance this reaction. On this reaction, we have to use 8 moles of the sodium carbonate and 7 of this. So you will get 8 mole of sodium chromate, 8 mole of CO2, and here we have to use 4 and then 2 Fe2O3. Sodium chromate on treatment with concentrated H2SO4. In the next step, we will use sodium chromate undergo oxidation with concentrated H2SO4. So when we oxidize sodium chromate, so it will be converted into sodium dichromate. So Na2Cr O4 plus H2SO4 concentrated, so it will form Na2Cr2O7 plus Na2SO4 plus H2O. Here we have to use 2 mole of this. That means conversion of sodium chromate to sodium dichromate. This is sodium dichromate. Now, this sodium dichromate is treated with potassium chloride KCl. So, sodium dichromate is converted into potassium dichromate. Reaction will be Na2Cr2O7 plus 2KCl. So we get K2Cr2O7 plus 2NaCl. This is potassium dichromate. In this way, we can manufacture potassium dichromate. This is yellow color crystalline solid. Now moving towards the properties of the potassium dichromate. That means This is only one preparation according to the CBSE syllabus. Now the properties of potassium dichromate, properties of K2Cr2O7. First property, it is orange color crystalline solid, orange crystalline solid. Number 2, it is soluble in water, it is soluble in water. Number 3, decomposition. On heating, potassium dichromate is converted into potassium chromate and produces oxygen gas. K2Cr2O7 on heating, it will give K2CrO4. This is orange in color, while this is yellow in color. Apart this, Cr2O3 and oxygen gas will form. So on balancing, we have to use here 4, so 2 and 3. 3 oxygen molecule will be formed. If you heat potassium dichromate, it is orange in color and it will be converted into yellow color potassium chromate. Number next, if we react with any base like KOH, if we treated with KOH, reaction with KOH, so K2Cr2O7 plus KOH, it will form K2CrO4 plus H2O. Here we have to use 2 and 2 K2CrO4. In this way, you will get again potassium chromate, which is yellow in color. The most important property of potassium dichromate is oxidizing nature. When potassium dichromate is treated with any acid like H2SO4, means oxidizing nature. Oxidizing nature. In acidic medium, potassium dichromate is a good oxidizing agent. In acidic medium, good oxidizing agent. When we add H2SO4, it forms nascent oxygen according to the following reaction. Means I am writing the reaction with H2SO4 and potassium dichromate. K2Cr2O7 plus H2SO4, it will form K2SO4 plus Cr2SO4 whole thrice plus H2O plus nascent oxygen. For balancing the equation, we have to use 4 and here 4. 3 nascent oxygen will be formed. These nascent oxygen can oxidize organic as well as inorganic substances. So if we want to oxidize any inorganic substance, so first of all we have to write the reaction with K2Cr2O7 and H2SO4, and that oxygen produced in it will oxidize to that substance. So I am writing the oxidizing of some substances. Suppose you want to oxidize H2S. That's mean potassium dichromate acidified oxidize hydrogen sulfide to sulfur. Means if you will take hydrogen sulfide and added potassium dichromate and dilute sulfuric acid, so you will get the sulfur. How you will write the reaction? First of all, you have to write the reaction K2Cr2O7 plus 4H2SO4. So you will get K2SO4 plus Cr2SO4 whole thrice plus 4H2O plus 3O, and that oxygen react with hydrogen sulfide, this type. This oxygen replaces this sulfur and form H2O plus S. The second reaction is balanced, but what you are seeing in the first reaction and the second reaction, in the first reaction 3 nascent oxygens are produced, while in the second reaction 1 oxygen is used. So for equalizing the oxygen, we have to multiply equation number 2 by 3. When we multiply this equation, so oxygen will be 3 here, and this oxygen can be neglected by these oxygens. So on writing the whole reaction K2Cr2O7 plus 4H2SO4 plus 3H2S, you will get K2SO4 plus Cr2SO4 whole thrice plus 7H2O, 4H2O here and 3H2O here, 7H2O plus 3S. This is the reaction in which hydrogen sulfide undergo oxidation in presence of potassium dichromate form sulfur. Now the next reaction, oxidation of Ki in acidic medium. Ki undergo oxidation in acidic medium with K2Cr2O7 form iodine, form I2. So how you will write the reaction? First reaction you have to write similarly K2Cr2O7 plus 4H2SO4 in presence of water, you will get K2SO4 plus Cr2SO4 whole thrice plus 4H2O plus 3O. And again reaction with Ki in the second reaction with acid and oxygen, you will get K2SO4 plus I2 plus H2O. First of all, we have to balance the second reaction. So we have to use here 2 because there are 2 K here and 2 I there. What we are observing here, there is 1 oxygen and there is 3 oxygen. So we have to multiply this equation by 3 to equalize the oxygen. When the number of oxygen in both the sides are equal, then we can neglect these oxygen by this. And now on addition of the reaction, you will get, see here, 6 Ki because we are multiplying by 3 plus K2Cr2O7. This is 4H2SO4 and 3H2SO4, 7H2SO4. So we will get 3 K2SO4, that means 4 K2SO4 plus Cr2SO4 whole thrice plus 3I2 plus 7H2O. Okay, students. Now the next reaction, if we want to oxidize sodium arsenide, C point, Na3AS O3. It oxidizes to sodium arsenate. So you will get Na3ASO4. Dear student, what is common? We have to write the first equation similar in all the cases. First of all, we will write K2Cr2O7 plus 4H2SO4. So you will get K2SO4 Cr2SO4 whole thrice plus 4H2O plus 3 oxygen. Now the sodium arsenide, that's mean Na3ASO3 undergo oxidation. So you will get Na3ASO4. This is the balanced equation. And student, for equalizing the number of oxygen, again we have to multiply the equation by 3. So there are 3 oxygen. Now we can neglect both the side oxygen like this. So what we will get, K2Cr2O7 plus 3 Na3ASO3 plus 4H2SO4. You will get K2SO4 plus Cr2SO4 whole thrice plus 3 Na3SO4 Na3ASO4 plus 4H2O. One more most important reaction, when we want to oxidize ferrous sulfate acidified. If we take ferrous sulfate, so it will convert ferrous sulfate to ferric sulfate. That's mean if we want to add potassium dichromate acidified in ferrous sulfate solution, FeSO4 acidified, it will be converted into Fe2SO4 whole thrice, ferric sulfate. So first reaction, K2Cr2O7 plus 4H2SO4, we will get K2SO4 plus Cr2SO4 whole thrice plus 4H2O plus 3O. This is the common reaction. Now I think you have already learned this equation. So now FeSO4, in presence of acid we are using H2SO4 and oxygen. So we will get Fe2SO4 whole thrice plus H2O. First of all, we have to balance this equation. Equation number 2. As you are seeing, there are 2 iron. So we will take 2 FeSO4. Now this is the balanced reaction. But what we are observing in the first equation, there are 3 oxygen. And here there is only 1 oxygen. So dear student, we have to multiply equation number 2 by 3. So number of oxygen both sides will be equal. And we can cut this by this. So equation will be K2Cr2O7 plus 6 FeSO4 plus 3 plus 4, that means 7 H2SO4. It gives K2SO4 plus Cr2SO4 whole thrice plus 3 Fe2SO4 whole thrice plus 3 plus 4, 7 H2O. Now dear student, once again I want to write this equation in the form of ions. I have not written the other equation before it in the form of ion. How you will write the equation in the form of ion? After writing this equation, what you are seeing, how can you convert this equation into ionic form? Because in the board you will get the ionic equation to write and complete. As you are seeing, this is K and that side also K. There is no variation in the oxidation state of potassium. We can remove potassium from both the sides. So you will get Cr2O7 double negative. K positive I have removed. This side also there will be 2K positive and in this side also 2K positive. Plus you are seeing there is 6Fe double positive. Here what we are seeing Fe in the second oxidation state, because FeSO4 its oxidation state is +2 and it's -2. Now this is 7H2, that's mean 14H positive. It contains positive charge and it contains -2 charge. So we can write 14H positive. Now see, this side +1 we have to remove and SO4 -2. Both the side sulfate is having -2 charge, so sulfate we can remove from this side. And this is Cr, its oxidation state is 3 and there are 2 Cr, so we can write 2 Cr triple positive. Sulfate we have to remove from here. Now this sulfate we have to remove from here, but what we are seeing in the here Fe having the +3 oxidation state. 2 3s are 6 Fe, so we have to write 6 Fe triple positive plus 7 H2O. Dear student, the reaction which is written in the form of ions, it is similar of this one. You can write this equation like this. You have got the question in the board to write the equation in the form of this and can ask you to complete and balance the equation. This is complete and balanced ionic equation of conversion of ferrous to ferric ion. Okay student, it is enough for today. Goodbye.